Kyle Busch, who does not have a provisional to fall back on in this limited effort out of the Hendrick R&D shop, and now he's got a very wrinkled up race car.
As he exited turn 4, coming down for the green flag. Boy, a little bit loose. He was on the gas, though,
he tried saving it. Yeah,
he chased it, didn't catch it.
Yeah, he was on the gas. There's the green flag.
Still going.
Yeah, he's still waving that green flag.
Oh, if he'd have just kept it from rolling a clock.
Just right when you jump on the throttle. Broke loose.
And then broke.
Busch has wadded one up.
And that was, he was not even on his lap
to get the green.
He just had left pit road.
Well, he said if he could hold it all wide open all the way around, he'd have a shot at the pole.
Thing gets out money pretty early. She loose right there.
You could see the wheels turn back to the right, and that, just as he turned it off in the corner. Watch this lick here. This is a hard lick.
Despite the safer barrier. Well, let's show you.
Last year a couple of times he had problems qualifying. If you remember, I think he started in Texas. That car gets out money before he gets to the turn.
He was still in the throttle when that thing broke.
Yeah, she just started around. I mean, it was way, way too loose.
But you heard in our interview with Joe Nemechek is these.
Wreck. Big wreck. A lot of cars.
Casey Mears, the 42 car, he's going to spin.
He hit the wall real hard there. 42 did, 5 did.
A lot of damage to that 42 car.
A lot of damage to that 5 car.
Kyle Busch spun and hit the wall a ton. Watch Casey Kane.
42 just wiggles a little bit.
Gets into the 5, turns him to the outside wall. You see back there Jimmy Johnson, the 48 car, just almost locking it down, coming to a stop.
Casey Kane does a great job right here. Doesn't panic, lets him go, gasses, good job.
Ready to lead.
So not a lot of apparent damage to Mears' car.
Could have won the race, if not at least finished in the top 5. I mean, really clicking right there at the end of my race. So all in all, I mean, I just wish it would have been a little bit better outcome. Thanks, Kyle. Yeah.
He implemented a specialized team completely dedicated to restrictor plate racing. Less than a dozen people. Oh, and we've got trouble on the track, and it's Kyle Busch upside down.
Big time crash. Kyle Busch goes upside down and rolls down across on his roof here on lap 26. Cars comes back over, and now side over side barrel rolls. And comes to rest on its wheels. A horrific crash here at Talladega on lap 26 involving Kyle Busch, and thankfully the window net is down. There, the safety crews on the scene immediately, and Kyle Busch is climbing out of that car. Much here. Now Kyle Busch, left side of your screen in the 5 car.
He moved to the outside to go around Casey Mears. It looked like Tony was going to go out there to help him, and it could have possibly been a little bit of contact. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be, because you can get yourself out there, and all of a sudden the air's changing, and just a horrific wreck. But once again, Kyle Busch gets out and walks away.
We sure did a lot of damage. It looked to me like right here, as we watch this, it looked like that maybe they all started stacking up. It's hard to say that Tony Stewart wasn't getting some help from behind him, maybe even further back than right behind him. Like they're all just kind of stacking up.
Yeah, when that happens, usually because everything changes, the air changes, and what you've been doing right there, you might have been wide open at that brick wall of wind right there. Even though he's got to run, that car automatically slows down when he pulls out there until he starts getting that help.
So if you're Tony Stewart, and you're trying to get out of the gas and you're getting hit from behind, have you ever had that happen where you get hit from behind and you can't actually slow your car down and try to avoid that wreck?
Somewhat reminiscent of the Brian Vickers, Jimmy Johnson contact in the Cup race last fall. Inconsequential, wasn't intended to happen.
Crash here in turn 4.
88 car is there, the 32.
It's like Kyle Busch here.
Yeah, they'd come off pit road together. They'd been racing a lot. But the 88 came out the pit road behind the 32 car.
Heavy contact and damage there in Kyle Busch's car.
Whoa, he got jacked up huge right there. Looks like he just wasn't ready to go when Mike Bliss was.
He got a huge run on him. Man.
The 88 car is just behind here, and I believe he's going to spin either in that or to avoid him. Mike Bliss had just been on pit road also and got fresh tires, so he had a nice run.
Clear, come on, come on. You're okay, come on.
Got down on the apron.
Stop in front of you.
See that hand? To the bottom.
Oh,
See that hand?
He just wanted to touch him, man. Just wanted to touch him.
Can't get him to the high side. Here he comes. There he turns him. Kyle Busch in the wall. Here comes Stewart to the checkered flag. And another car gets him the backside. It's Casey Kane. And they're scattering everywhere as they come to the line.
Some of these guys hit hard, man.
And one of them was Kyle Busch.
They're still hitting hard. Man, that's an ugly finish. But incredible. Incredible.
But that was 100% mirror driving, and that's what you have. That's what.
Oh, he just turned us.
Kyle Busch into the wall will bring out our fourth caution of the night, and there was no question he got turned.
Wow. Yeah, he did. There was definitely no question there.
You all right, Kyle?
He's got his neck down before the car's even stopped. He is hot.
And as we see these guys, you see the 18 get the run, and they just hook bumpers right there. Wow.
That's how can you hook bumpers going down the back straightaway?
I'd like to see. I want to see this angle because you see Juan going over to him and Kyle coming up. You hook bumpers when both people are crossing each other.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? One's going left and one's going right. I'm not. That's a bad deal, but.
Both drivers trying to get by. Looked like the 17 of Timothy Peters. They slid up the racetrack, and now Kyle Busch not happy at all.
It's all good, dude.
And Kyle Busch is going to turn over and three to the wall. A championship contender Hornaday in the wall.
Well, Kyle Busch should be parked for this race and maybe the rest of the season for that.
Holy cow, I can't believe he did that.
Championship contender Ron Hornaday hard into the wall. Kyle Busch sends him in.
Very minimal damage to that 18 truck, but this is when he's going to show his displeasure to Ron Hornaday. He gets up against him and he just won't never turn him loose, Mikey.
He's running wide open in the back of that truck, and he finally turns him head on into that outside wall.
Oh, trouble. Into the walls, the 18, and more trouble. Sam Hornish collected. Newman's torn up. And the yellow flag's out again.
Fire it up, get it rolling if you can.
Points leader Keselowski just barely missed this, too. And Newman gets in the back of Kyle Busch. He was already loose, Kyle was, pretty much all day. But you can see just how close that was for Keselowski.
Well, he drove right in between everything that was happening.
Half back corner. Right in front of you, Philip.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I agree with you. That was unbelievable. Sometimes you just got to have some luck.
Anytime you're going to try to win a championship and go on and win a championship, you have to have some good fortune. Trouble! Kyle Busch into the wall.
No, be all right.
Brian Vickers also involved. See if there's some contact here.
Oh, yeah.
Carl Edwards. Brian Vickers was down on the inside. Thought he was in a pretty good spot through that. But...
Oh, here we go.
Got trouble. That's Casey Kane that goes sideways. Joey Logano nowhere to go.
Oh, my. Half the field is gone.
The big one at Daytona has happened at lap 97.
That is the huge one at Daytona.
Justin Allgaier.
Oh, the 18 gets on its roof.
And Kyle Busch rolls upside down. Play of Austin Dillon comes shooting up through the middle and trying to avoid the accident.
26 of Cole Witt just got into the 18.
The end of this mess goes on his roof.
22 is pushing to 41. You need to get lower, 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 lower.
Right here. And it was just because his...
This for 10 laps.
Eric Jones around. Back across the field. The big one, part 2 at Daytona.
Yeah, they can't do this.
Stay high. Nice straight. Did anybody hit you there, Kel?
A horrific crash for Kyle Busch, who slid through the infield grass.
Looks like there might have been some contact there.
There you see Kyle, top of your screen.
Kyle bumps into Larson, and it turns him to the left. Elliott Sadler hit there by Brendan Gaughan.
And there's the 54. You saw the impact.
Does handling go away, but how does your car, you see the 18, huge
up into the wall. Kyle Busch in the 18 destroying that car.
Clearly had a mechanical issue or a tire go down, and clearly that just something happened. Something happened.
Yeah, right here blew out.
He had to correct the car, and then he got a little bit too much right wheel turned to the right and got it up into the wall. But you know, when a tire blows like that, it makes such an
Oh, Kyle Busch slides and does the 78. They both go up into the wall through turn 1. Caution comes out.
Lock her down. We're done.
Pulls up on the outside of 78. 78 gets loose, just like we saw with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. a minute ago. Got loose, getting in the corner. Could not hold the car on the bottom. Gets in the side of the 18. Ty Dillon, great job not running to the side.
Comes Kyle Busch, tries to race his way up to the outside. There's contact. Kyle Busch and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. make contact coming through turn number 4. Trevor Bayne now piles into the back of the Kyle Busch machine. More cars spinning.
Down at the east end of the track.
All right, I want your opinion on this, Rusty, and I'll get it from you in a moment. I think it looked like Stenhouse got into Kyle, then Kyle turned
and bumped in the right rear quarter panel. What happened was when the 17 car, Ricky Stenhouse, went into turn 3, he just slid up the track. It looks like he lost the front end, and when he did that, he got Kyle Busch in the left rear quarter panel. Kyle Busch come down into William.
He sideways the 10 also, and there's contact with the 48, also the 47 Ryan Preece involved. The 48 of Jimmy Johnson got into the 10, who was turned around.
They should get together. Really similar to last year's finish. And it turns the 18 back across the racetrack. The 10 spins to the inside. The 48 makes contact with the 10 here. Big contact.
So they'll fill it sputter, but flip that up.
And
Sergeant.
Kyle Busch almost.
Teammates. Around they go in a hard crash. Kyle Busch.
Larson.
Caution is out.
Bubba Wallace is in this. Austin Cindric.
He's got right rear fire, right rear down. Huge wreck. So Austin Chastain hit him, turns Chase Elliott around in the wall.
And totals Chase Elliott's car.
Well, you saw it. He had a big time wiggle off of 4. That thing, it saw him get out of the gas. The flames came out of both sides.
You know what I mean? You need to gain stage points. You don't have the pace to go up there and pass William Byron and
Tom. Oh, he's spinning out.
Up into the wall goes Kyle Busch. And hard contact with the back of the car. The caution comes out with under 7 laps to go in the stage.
My goodness.
He thought there was something wrong with the car. He had gone up the racetrack a few times. And now this trip up there gets him into the wall.
Yeah, huge damage on the 8 car running 8th. And this is both RCR cars in an accident. Austin Dillon had a wheel come off. The 8 car had this issue of some sort he was trying to nurse, and you saw it live from the onboard camera of Brad Keselowski. The 8 just got in there and spun around.
Definitely like this car was suffering some sort of an issue, and I know we tried to point to many reasons why the balance would be affected the way it was, why he may be feeling the things that he was.
Ends up spinning him around, but it's not his fault. He's expecting Larson to be going, and he can't.